What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation. Let's talk about Katt Williams. He has set the streets on fire with his commentary. OMG, and he did it effortless. Lee when he was over there on Shannon Sharpe's podcast Club Shay. He ate it up, and he ate everybody up, and the gatekeepers and people coming on to him, and just how the whole industry is and how he survived, and he ain't never been on drugs, but he really had a beef with Rickey Smiley because Rickey Smiley has some things to say about a role when it comes to Friday After Next, where Rickey Smiley believed he was supposed to be Money Mike and Katt Williams was supposed to be Santa Claus. We're going to get into all that, but Ice Cube, just to address the whole situation, we're going to listen to what Ice Cube had to say, and then we're going to get into what Katt Williams had to say when he was out there basically annihilating the gatekeepers in Hollywood and especially comedy, and he was no holds bars, and he said he got receipts.
Far as specific things, Katt was 100 on a few things. Most of what he was saying, a couple things, I just want to clarify. When we bring in a new, comedian, we do have them try out for different roles. So Rickey did give Money Mike a shot. But when we saw him and, we kind of saw how he moved and how he was, auditioning, we decided that he would be a better, Santa Claus, which was, to me, the perfect casting. When we saw Mike, damn, I call him Money Mike. When we saw Katt, when I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike. And, Katt, said he wrote his role, which, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Katt was so dope in the movie. Money Mike had a small role, about as big as the Santa Claus role, but when we start filming, he was giving us such magic that we kept expanding his role and giving him more to do because he was on point. When we shoot these movies, for one, the scripts are fire, or they wouldn't even do it. The scripts are laugh out funny. But we shoot the script, but once we get what we need from the script, we let the comedian, little discrepancy there. Katt, he wrote a lot of his part because, like I said, he was giving us jewels, so we were keeping the camera rolling. He was coming off the dome. He was coming prepared every day to steal the show. That was his mission. And, that's what he did, with the movie. And it launched his career, And I'm proud of the movie. I'm proud of all the guys who've, come through, Acute Vision production and went on to do bigger and better things. And look, a lot of people are talking about pay and how much they was paid on these movies that were extremely low budget. Most of these guys work a couple of days, ad-lib, riff, play with the words, do their thing. We give them a take where they can, or 2, 3 takes where they can go off and do what they feel. Sometimes it makes the movie, sometimes it don't. When somebody gives you jewels, you want to try to make sure that makes the movie. So in the movie, there's second thing I want to clear up. It was never,
To Ice Cube, now you're going to hear Tiffany Haddish. She basically responds to Katt Williams when Katt Williams said that Steve and Cedric never perform at the Comedy Store. Tiffany Haddish was only seen at the Laugh Factory, and 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold out Kevin Hart show, he said. And then he said they think they can rewrite history. And you guys listen to what Tiffany Haddish had to say.
A lot of little white people TV shows, the black people TV shows. I used to be on Dance 360. Performing in the Comedy Store, that's true. They wouldn't let me perform on the white nights in the Comedy Store, but I performed on all the black nights. They wouldn't let me perform on the white nights at the Improv, but I performed on all the black and Latino nights. And so the rest of my 1996.
Ice Cube had to say, and basically Ice Cube is co-signing everything that, Katt Williams said. Basically that Katt Williams added on to the part. He researched the part, he created the part, he added his roles, he did this, he did that. But so what is the big deal? So what is the problem? The problem is that Rickey Smiley said that he got that role first, basically playing Money Mike, and then they gave it to Katt Williams. And so, Rickey Smiley said that on, Club Shay, and he also doubled down yesterday and said that he did have the role to play Money Mike. He was given the role, and then he left, he came back, and then they told him to put on a Santa Claus suit because it has changed. But he also states that when it comes to Katt Williams, that he was happy that Katt Williams added something, that he's standing 10 toes on the whole situation, that he got the role first. But he did say Katt Williams, when he came back, added the pimp type of situation to it. So therefore he felt like, okay, he couldn't even play that role. Katt Williams would say, you can't act, you can't play that role because, didn't you tell Shannon that every movie that you was in, you was cut out, so therefore you're not a good actor. So when it comes to Katt Williams, he said a whole lot, but about Mr. Rickey Smiley, we're gonna get into that whole situation. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that whole situation, what you think about Rickey Smiley doubling down on the situation, what you think about what Ice Cube said, and also what you think about Katt Williams said, because it's a whole situation. And Katt Williams came out and he basically told Shannon Sharpe it's very disrespectful that these comedians come on your show and they just sit here and lie to you. So Katt Williams said that y'all was knocking and he's answering the door, and he definitely did answer the questions. He definitely did get into the whole situation about Rickey Smiley. We're gonna focus on Rickey Smiley, baby. And he was like, Rickey Smiley talking about that he had the role as Money Mike. How's he gonna have the role as Money Mike and I'm gonna be Santa Claus? How is there any way possible that I can play Santa Claus? I am 5 foot 140 pounds and I am a black man, so how can I play? Did they have something, a special costume made? Because they would have to make something special for me, so we can just go back to wardrobe, or we can find out if there's any bloopers. Because at this point, Katt Williams has said he never ever considered playing Santa Claus. That wasn't even what he was looking for. He was looking for the role of Money Mike, and he did his research to make sure that he would be able to play that role and add something different to it. He didn't want to be like everybody else that plays that character, and that is the reason why that particular character got manifest and got switched up and changed, Money Mike, and you saw Katt Williams on the Boondocks, and that's a legendary show. So it's a whole situation going on. So y'all let me know what y'all think, but don't forget to like the video. And in addition to that, Katt Williams said, when it comes to you, Rickey Smiley, how were you going to play that role, that I played? Because you were, most of your fans were church-based. They was Christian people. So how you gonna play that role? I don't understand. And you can't write, you can't create. And he's saying that when it comes to Rickey Smiley, he can't create. Like, he can't do what he did when it comes to Money Mike role, because he went out and talked to actual people that was in that situation. And then also his lifetime where he struggled and he was in the streets, that he learned a lot of things. And one thing was to never do drugs, because you would end up in the woods doing something crazy with the same-sex child. I was like, and he says the back hinds of his body is a virgin. I was like, oh God, Katt Williams is going in on this situation, and he wanted to make it clear that he has not, sacrificed himself, sacrificed anything at all, point blank, period. And also, And he states that Rickey Smiley just can't act. I don't know why, but Rickey Smiley just can't act. And he told you himself that, when the premiere came out, where was Rickey Smiley? He was at home. He wasn't even at the premiere. So Williams basically is saying that when it comes to Rickey Smiley, he wanted to mention his name with Katt Williams. He wanted to tell a story that had Katt Williams to do with it because he is putting his name next to a legend. He wants it in the same sentence. I was like, go on, Katt. Katt is having church over there at Club Shay, okay? He said, preach. Don Juan somewhere in the back in the building. I'm like, this is like very entertaining. And Katt Williams, did a very good job explaining why he would never touch any substance other than the greenery out here in these streets. And all these rumors that they put out here that, I was on something is totally a lie. And basically the people that are the gatekeepers came through and to put it out there. And it ain't never been true. He's basically saying he's healthy, he exercised, and things of that nature. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that whole situation. He goes, I don't know why he would lie. Lose a child and come on air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals. So, Katt Williams took it to a whole nother place, a whole nother situation, and basically throwing out there, when people say people get to certain positions in certain spots and certain places, they have to have sacrifices and do certain things because there's somebody that come knocking. They talk about that whole situation with a lot of these celebrities, the tragic stories that happen to their family members and things of that nature. So it seems like Katt Williams on a cusp of just saying, hey, a lot of the stuff that you believe out here is kind of true, and this is why I came to Hollywood, is to tell the truth, and I wouldn't be myself if I didn't tell the truth. And this is why I could, be blackballed and still do as many tours and out tour all the people that are the gatekeepers because I'm just better than them. I was like, Lord, Katt Williams, said a whole lot. And then he also said he was number 201 when it came to auditioning for Money Mike. He said, if you already had the role, so then that means that you filmed and you shot in 4 days? Like, come on. And also he states that when it comes to Rickey Smiley, he was happy with the part where Money Mike basically gets raped in the bathroom. And when it comes to Katt Williams, he said that's not going to happen. He was able to convince and talk to the people and tell him, we want this to be a classic comedy, not a tragedy. Anything that happens to anybody of that nature getting raped is horrendous, whoever it may be. So basically he's saying, I didn't want that in your classic, child. He said, I wanted something for the black people. I didn't want the black people to be mad at me or thinking that I'm losing my integrity. I was like, okay. So this interview was actually, really great because Katt Williams was comfortable. He was comfortable with Shay. He was comfortable in Club Shay. He was just comfortable and he was able to get it out. And plus, he had built up things because these people have been coming on Club Shay. Steve Harvey, Cedric, Rickey Smiley, Kevin Hart, been talking about me. Now I'm here. I was like, okay, we are ready and we are tuned in, and the world has been tuned in to what Katt Williams had to say. And this is how it always has been when Katt Williams does his special. It was like Katt Williams was doing a comedy special, but it was more of a comedy special with an added addition, which was Shannon Sharpe. But he was able to just go down the line and just get it all out. I was like, man, we ain't heard nothing like this from Katt Williams in a long time, baby. And then Katt Williams also state everything that Money Mike said, he wrote, he added onto it, and Rickey Smiley can't do that. He can't create funny. He can't be funny. That's not something that he can do. And basically, you saw Ice Cube say, when it comes down to the whole situation, Katt Williams, created a monster character and we added on to it. And Rickey Smiley, if he had the role, he couldn't do it. So why they switch it out? Rickey Smiley is standing on 10 toes on the whole situation. So y'all tell me what y'all think.